QR code now to help us make freedom a reality for millions of people around the world. Donate $19 a month to receive your exclusive hat. Through every storm, every moment of uncertainty,
everybody needs to pray for Charlie Kirk right now.
Rav has stood strong.
We're not going to tolerate this stuff anymore.
Turn that anger into motivation to save this nation.
When we move together, there is power.
The cries of this widow will echo like a battle cry.
This is more than news. It's a movement.
This revolution of people taking their countries back.
A turning point. A chance to be part of something greater than yourself. Scan the QR code and stand with Rav. The story isn't over, and neither is your part in it. Step in, be counted, be heard. Together, we are Rav.
We will achieve American greatness. And we are just...
Terrence Bates here with your Real America's Voice news break. We appreciate you being here with us. It's been almost 2 weeks since 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, and it doesn't appear that investigators are any closer to finding her today than they have been at any point in the search. The FBI and local authorities have reportedly received 18,000 tips, and agents are said to be conducting a, quote, extensive search for the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Real America's Voice is on the ground in Tucson, Arizona, with the very latest on the investigation and the ongoing effort to bring Nancy Guthrie home alive. Rav correspondent Kevin Posobiec joining me live now with the very latest. Kevin, good afternoon. Well, I guess it's still morning there. Good morning.
Yes, good to see you again, Terrence. So as you can see behind me is the house in question here under investigation. And there's media lining the streets. There's drones in the air. There are even military aircraft flying over at times. I don't think that's related, but you never really know. So earlier, there was posts and still developing. There was a team. There was a white tent constructed behind me at the entrance where we all saw the video and the Nest doorbell being removed or attempted to have been removed with the glove that is now in forensics. So the forensics team from Pima County here has come down, and they conducted a procedure of about two hours, I want to say, give or take. And they wrapped up about an hour ago. We got some footage of that. And so we're going to wait and see what they find. That is pretty much in line with what we've been told so far. And yeah, other than that, it seems relatively stable here. There is a sheriff's truck on guard here as well, just so nobody gets onto the property or too snoopy here. Right. And yeah, that is almost pretty much where we're at. So we're going to keep looking around.
Hey, Kevin, I'm curious if there's a sense on the ground there that investigators are actually making headway. There seem to be these small pieces of evidence that are coming to light, but do the investigators seem to think that it's leading anywhere?
Well, we certainly hope so. And I got to say, honestly, I mean, if there's 18,000 tips, even if half of those are actually credible and lead somewhere, it's going to take a lot of time to go through all that and filter that in an expedient way. But yeah, some of the local live streamers here next to me earlier were saying as much, in that, you know, this should have happened on day 1, not day 12 of this investigation. And thankfully, it hasn't been too windy or rainy during this week, almost 2 weeks now, case, in which case, I mean, if, you know, everything blows around, there go your tire tracks, there go your footprints, and especially if it rains, there goes all the blood stains and the fingerprints. So it's been hot, humid, you know, just desert weather here so far. So, but yes, I would agree with you, T. It seems that it is slugging along, slow and steady, and that is good, but also kind of bad.
So I hate to be negative, Kev. I hate to be negative, Nancy, but we're 12 days in, almost 2 weeks. This is an 84-year-old woman who apparently doesn't have her medicine. Is there a sense on the ground? And I would imagine there's buzz. You know, reporters, we like to talk with each other. What's kind of the the conversations being had? Is there this idea that at this point, bringing her home safely, bringing her home alive is probably not going to happen? And I hate to be negative, but we got to report it. We got to talk about it.
Well, there are a lot of theories going on. So I'm trying to get in touch with the public affairs officer of Pima County Sheriff's Department to see if I can get any other commentary here. But it seems that everybody is kind of just in waiting, unfortunately, right. And I think with the ransom and then also these leads, like the fingerprinting process will take so long. It's kind of getting away from. Yeah. I mean, we need a culprit. We need more people detained here and questioned.
Absolutely. Kevin, we appreciate the reporting there on the ground in Tucson, Arizona, as Nancy Guthrie is still missing after almost 2 weeks.
Freedom to speak your mind, freedom to protest policies you don't like, freedom to start a business, freedom to own property, freedom to vote, freedom to flourish. It's easy to take these things for granted, but for many people around the world, freedom is merely a dream, and those who fight for it risk losing everything, their reputations, their livelihoods, even their lives. Scan the QR code now or visit atlasnetwork.org/rev today to help freedom become a reality for people fighting back against authoritarianism. With your gift of just $19 a month, we'll send you an exclusive Atlas Network hat. Plus, we'll send the print edition of our Freedom's Champion magazine to your door. Atlas Network was founded to help pro-freedom organizations around the world develop, implement, and defend policies that foster freedom against tyranny. Visit atlasnetwork.org/rev or scan the QR code now to help us make freedom a reality for millions of people around the world. Donate $19 a month to receive your exclusive hat. To the factories, from small towns to city streets. This is the fight for the soul of our nation.
We're watching Democrats attack democracy. Do not be fooled.
The strength, the grit, the greatness of the American spirit, all right here.
The left wanted power, not peace, but there's a resistance rising. A generation saying enough, enough. We've tried it their way, and it failed.
The Steve Gruber Show with your host, Steve Gruber, starts right now.
And it's Friday. Can you believe it? Thank God. Here we go in another action-packed day, fighting for you from the foxhole of freedom. Putting America first, discussing the things that others don't, covering the stories that you need, and also talking to you. Let's get rolling. There are three things we want to cover right now. The three big things. Number one, federal judges delivering decisions like the black robe makes them God. They're all over the place, but most are blocking the immigration enforcement at every turn. No surprise. Number two, the search for Nancy Guthrie has now hit day 13, and so far details have been thin. But with the release of that video a few days ago, there's a sense that investigators maybe they're getting closer to an answer. And number three, there is nothing more important to get past at this point than the SAVE Act. To make sure you're an American citizen, can prove that when you register, and then have a picture ID to vote. It's supported by wide margins, no matter who you are. Well, it is, unless you're a Democrat on Capitol Hill, at which point having ID is just an example of white supremacy or some other such nonsense. Requiring an ID to vote is just like having slaves on a plantation. It's Jim Crow 2.0. I mean, the lengths congressional Democrats will go to smear what every other nation on earth requires is actually jaw-dropping. In a very strange twist, more than 70% of Democrats support it. 80% of black voters, even higher numbers for Hispanics and Republican voters. It is widely and wildly popular, and yet every single Democrat has voted against it. As of right now, 49 Republican senators have agreed to support it. That means just one more is needed to get it passed, with a tiebreaker from the Vice President, J.D. Vance. Maybe John Fetterman will even do the right thing and join the Republicans. So here we go. It's Free Speech, Free for All Friday, powered by the Patriot Mobile Common Sense Hotline, 877-310-9966. 877-310-9966. It is your chance to weigh in on any topic at all. So let's light up the phones and get to it. But first, this. The SAVE Act, like I said, the most important legislation of my lifetime. That's not an exaggeration. Listen.
Your name? It's the Save America Act, and the Democrats are against it. I heard one of them say, "We will stop the Save America Act." No, we're trying to save America. And it has to do with largely voting. And basically, it's got three very simple points. It's got voter ID, photo ID, but voter ID with a photo, right? It's got the confirmation of U.S. citizenship. You have to be a citizen. So you have a vote, you have an ID. That's about a 99% one. And I think 90% with Democrats. Then you have confirmation U.S. citizenship. That's about a 99% one with Republicans, about 86% with Democrats, except Democrat politicians because they cheat on elections. And then you have no mail-in ballots. And there would be no mail-in ballots, very important. You know, we're the only country in the world that does a system like we do. We're the only country in the world that has mail-in ballots. The way we do this is unbelievable. It guarantees cheating. So it's no mail-in ballots with the exception of disability, illness, military, or if you're traveling, you can get an exemption. You know, if you happen to be out of the country for a good reason, you can have an exemption. So with exceptions, it's no mail-in ballots, and that will assure the security of our crooked elections. We have crooked elections, yeah.
There you have it. It is the single most important piece of legislation of my lifetime. As more fraud is exposed in Georgia and elsewhere, it's pretty clear the system was gamed in 2020 and other elections too, 2020 becoming the one that gets the most attention. But look, this wasn't perfected in a single election cycle, that's for sure. Let's get to the phone lines, 877-310-9966. Patrick in Pennsylvania to start us off today. Patrick, good morning. What's on your mind?
Hey, good morning to you as well, and I just wanted to start off by saying happy early Valentine's Day to you and Ivy.
Well, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. We just marked our anniversary, too, so thank you.
Oh, well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Well, the reason I'm calling, all right, so my family and I, we love Trump. We've been Trump supporters since he came down the Escalade.
All right.
Are you familiar with Patrick Bet-David and his podcast?
I am. Go ahead.
All right, well, because yesterday he had Alex Jones on, and they were talking about, so Trump, he could do 9 great things, 9 awesome things, but if he does one bad thing, oh, he's the devil. Well, he has the opportunity, I guess, from what they were saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene and him had a fallout because he has a chance to take them all down. 90% of D.C. Democrats down. And if he doesn't do it, it's going to bite him in the butt in the midterms because, oh man, I don't even know
Patrick,
where to go.
I'm going to let you stop right there because you teed it up for me, son. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And here's why. I've been listening to other commentators say, well, you know, Trump's losing the base. He's losing MAGA. He's losing because of Minneapolis. Let me understand this. Donald Trump has delivered on 90% of what he came into office to do. He has improved the economy, sealed the border, ended wars, created an opportunity for Americans. Inflation is down, jobs are up. We're bringing factories back to America. And I'm hearing, well, he's losing MAGA because he backed down in Minneapolis. Look, the optics in Minneapolis were bad. Whether you agree with it or not, they were bad, and they were not polling well. I've got friends of mine that are members of Congress, as you can imagine. These are Republicans, and they said their internal polling in safe red districts is terrible on what was going on with ICE. So, and this, I'm going to be very clear about this. If Donald Trump delivers on 90% of what he said he was going to do, and you're going to say, "Well, I'm mad. He backed down in Minneapolis. We dropped the hammer." You're never going to lose the 42 or 44% that is the bottom, the base, the real base for Donald Trump. But you are going to lose people in the middle. That's 6 or 8% you've got to have to hold on to the House in the midterms. All right, and it really does not sit well with me that Donald Trump delivers on all these places. And they changed strategy in Minneapolis because they had to, because the mainstream media was eating them for lunch. And so were the Democrat lawmakers like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and whoever else, eating them for lunch by putting out these pictures and selling this narrative, which too many people were buying. Oh, ISIS are these terrible people. What does the Bible say about a foundation, a house built on sand? If you're telling me that the base is running because of Minneapolis, and the base is abandoning Donald Trump, MAGA is so angry they're leaving because of Minneapolis, after everything that he's delivered, I would argue you didn't have much of a base at all. You had a house built on sand. Donald Trump is delivering across the board for this country, fighting for the SAVE Act, the Clarity Act, the one big beautiful bill that saves people piles of money and puts more money in their pockets with big tax returns. If you're leaving because you don't like what happened in Minneapolis, the problem is not with Donald Trump, it is with you. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Free speech, free for all Friday. Thank you, Patrick from Pennsylvania. You teed it up nicely, my friend. I'll be back after this.
Freedom to speak your mind. Freedom to protest policies you don't like. Freedom to start a business. Freedom to own property. Freedom to vote. Freedom to flourish. It's easy to take these things for granted, but for many people around the world, freedom is merely a dream, and those who fight for it risk losing everything. Their reputations, their livelihoods, even their lives. Scan the QR code now or visit atlasnetwork.org/rev today to help freedom become a reality for people fighting back against authoritarianism. With your gift of just $19 a month, we'll send you an exclusive Atlas Network hat. Plus, we'll send the print edition of our Freedom's Champion magazine to your door. Atlas Network was founded to help pro-freedom organizations around the world develop, implement, and defend policies that foster freedom against tyranny. Visit atlasnetwork.org/rev or scan the QR code now to help us make freedom a reality for millions of people around the world. Donate $19 a month to receive your exclusive hat. Through every storm, every moment of uncertainty,
Everybody needs to pray for Charlie Kirk right now.
Rev has stood strong.
We're not going to tolerate this stuff anymore.
Turn that anger into motivation to save this nation.
When we move together, there is power.
The cries of this widow will echo like a battle cry.
This is more than news. It's a movement.
This revolution of people taking their countries back.
A turning point. A chance to be part of something greater than yourself. Scan the QR code and stand with Rev. The story isn't over, and neither is your part in it. Step in. Be counted. Be heard. Together, we are Rev.
We will achieve American greatness. And we are just getting started.
Hi, this is Becky from the Florida Panhandle, and I love watching Real America's Voice for the programming, the hosts, and my Rad Chat family.
I'm Terry from New Jersey, and I just want to say that I love Real America's Voice. I love you guys. Keep up the good work.
This is Giselle Chaffin. I'm from North Carolina. I'd like to let you know that RAV News is the best news. Number one news. Truth seekers seek to find the truth. It'll set you free.
Friday, 877-310-9966 is the Patriot Mobile Common Sense Hotline. Glad to have you on board today. Patrick kicked us off nicely. Let's go to Mike. He is in upstate New York. Mike, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm well. What's on your mind?
Hey, I'd like to talk about my personal experiences with Chinese espionage, if that's possible.
You make it quick.
Okay, I was a librarian and an historian in upstate New York. Two of my colleagues were a couple of Chinese origin. One of them a physical chemist, and the other was a librarian with me. And both of them, every year for decades, every summer, they went back to China for a month, where they were feted, and they shared all of their knowledge and with a number of other Chinese colleagues. And we didn't realize that this was spying, but it was going on for decades. He, as I said, was a physical chemist, had a great knowledge of ceramics and lasers and so forth. And she was instrumental in creating what's called an ILS system, an integrated library system. Librarians make knowledge available to the general public by organizing it, right?
Yep.
And they did this every year for decades. And now Donald Trump is going to let 600,000 more spies into the country.
Well, Mike, thank you for that call. We're just going to go right down this alley, too. It is one of the things that I disagree strongly with the president on. Allowing 600,000, 700,000 college kids, and the ones you're referring to may or may not be college kids. We've seen it right here at the University of Michigan, where we had a number of Chinese students arrested. One group, they're up at a place called Camp Grayling, the biggest training camp for National Guard members in the country, spying during military exercises between the United States and Taiwan. They were posing as journalists. They all got arrested, 5, and thrown out. A couple more were caught bringing in some sort of fungus into the United States, headed for Ann Arbor, Michigan. They were busted. That fungus, by the way, could have cut our corn crop, our wheat crop, and our other food grains in half if it had gotten into our population and into our agriculture. 700,000. And Donald Trump says, well, universities will go broke. Let them. If your business plan is to rely on Chinese money to keep your doors open at whatever college or university you have, too bad, see you later. That's my opinion. No quarter. I do not believe we should let these folks in. Mike, I think you are spot on, and thank you for the phone call. Patrick is in Nevada today. I wonder what they're thinking down there. Patrick, how are you?
Yes, fine. Mr. Steve, the truth, Gruber, bigger than Rush Limbaugh. I have 2 items.
I don't know about that. Go on.
The first item is the mayor of New York City. You were 1,000,000% correct. He will be out of office in 1 year. He allowed 18 people to freeze to death because he pulled the police patrol off of the homeless unit. The homeless would have been notified, take shelter. It's going 10 degrees below zero. Instead, 18 of them freeze to death. Now, the second item I have is a big issue in my neighborhood in Nevada. We have chemical laboratories in residential houses because of our border czar, Kamala Harris, allowed all these Chinese military to cross the border, and there was 5 Chinese arrested.
Good call,
they
Patrick.
They were 1 block from a water treatment
I appreciate
plant.
it. Thank you for the call. Here's the problem, and I've had 3 great callers in a row. Well done. These labs. We heard about one in California here a year or 2 ago. Remember that one? It was so filthy they had to go in with hazmat suits to sort out what was in there. They're finding other labs in places like Nevada, like Patrick says. Again, this is the same reason that I think that Donald Trump should just cancel all these student visas. If universities go out of business because they're relying on Chinese money, well, too bad. It's one of the big disagreements I have with the president. I agree with him on just about everything he's done policy-wise so far. And I do. But when I look at something like that, it's like that is a glaring problem. The infiltration of Chinese, and then the anchor babies from China. If you don't understand this, listen closely. There are more than 1 million Chinese babies that have been born in this country over the last 2 or 3 years, right? Born, so therefore, according to the Democrats, they are American citizens. Well, after they're born, they go back to China, where they live and grow up until they're 18 years of age, at which point they can come back to the United States as citizens, voters, people that can impact what we're doing here. That's a problem. This birthright citizenship has to go for a variety of reasons, and it's not because we're getting invaded from the south. That's one problem. But these Chinese sending people over here to send them back when they're 18 years old as adults might be a bigger problem. Let's go to Paul in Tennessee. Paul, how are you today?
Good morning, Steve. Did you catch Jamie Raskin's comment to the reporter this week?
He says a lot of stupid things. Which thing?
Well, the thing that made me mad was she asked him about the SAVE Act and the overwhelming support with it, and his comment straight back to her was, "I don't let the peasants tell me how to vote."
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but I'm going to look it up and get it. That's the problem. They don't care.
In honor of Rush Limbaugh, I'm going to be absurd for a moment. I say we just stop testing people for driving exams altogether. No exam, no test drives. Just let them check a box and certify that I can drive and give them a driver's license.
Yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it? Paul, thank you for the call. Again, we're circling some problems here, but the fact of the matter is if this loses the MAGA base, you were no base at all. Vote for the right thing. Vote to protect this country. Vote to keep the House where it is. Let's go to Kevin in Arkansas. Kevin, welcome to the program.
Steve Gruber, I want to say a happy anniversary to you and Miss Ivy. I want to give the Getter Gang, the Getter Chat, a shout out. And I'd like to point out a point of contention with the Senate. I don't understand why they're slow walk, dragging their feet about passing the Save America Act, and why we've only got 19 of 97 U.S. district judges through across the finish line.
That's
John
another
Trump
problem. I got to leave it there, Kevin. Thank you for the nice well wishes. You're right. The most important thing, though, is we have 49 Republican senators on board now. You've got McConnell and Collins, Murkowski, and maybe Tillis, who have not signed on yet. We need one more. Maybe John Fetterman comes across, and then you've got J.D. Vance as the tiebreaker. The SAVE Act, the most important thing in front of the Senate in my lifetime. I'll be right back.
This holiday season, Real America's Voice is proud to partner with our friends at Angel Studios for a special giveaway you won't want to miss. As they launch season 2 of their hit series Homestead, we're giving you the chance to win an exclusive Homestead hat absolutely free. Everyone who becomes an Angel Guild member using our link is automatically entered to the contest. When you join, you're supporting meaningful pro-American storytelling, and you're supporting RAV at the same time. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or text the word RAVAngel to 75802. After you scan or text, make sure you follow the steps provided. When you complete the steps and join the Angel Guild, you'll be automatically entered to win that exclusive Homestead hat, a perfect holiday gift for yourself or someone you love.
Be one of the first 50 people to sign up and win a hat automatically. Hurry while there's still time.
So scan that QR code or text RAVAngel to 75802. Happy holidays from all of us at RAV.
I will get right back to your phone calls in just a moment, but I want to tell you about something that's happening Monday. Monday at 9 a.m., Forgotten America, our brand new podcast, will drop at 9 a.m. on YouTube. The YouTube channel has been renamed just to Steve Gruber. It'll be me and Ivy and this program and this podcast, Forgotten America, plus some shorts we're coming with shortly that you're going to like about American history. I think it's going to be fun. My first guest on Monday is Kyle Rittenhouse. You remember him, of course. The shooting in Kenosha, he killed 2 people, wounded a 3rd, was acquitted by a jury of his peers for defending himself. Says he never should have been there. Here's a preview.
Well, look, Steve, we both can agree that it was stupid. We can all agree that it was stupid for me to be down there. I was 17 years old. I had no business being at a riot. I should never have gone, but that does not take away my right to self-defense. The only thing I would have done different, if I would have known I was going to be violently attacked and maliciously prosecuted, I would never have gone there. I would have stayed at home, would have let the city burn down.
Yeah, there you have it. Kyle Rittenhouse back in the spotlight. Again, that's Monday morning at 9 a.m. Forgotten America drops on YouTube. Go there, become a subscriber, click the like button, and, do all the good things you do. Let's go back to the phone lines. Dan is in Tennessee. Dan, how are you today?
Yeah, good morning, Steve. Steve, there are 19 states in the United States that issue driver's license to illegal. Of those 19, 15 of them, when they register to get a license, they also register them to vote. It's illegal to vote in a federal election if you're an illegal alien. Yet 19 states do that. So what we're doing is we're allowing illegals who are non-citizens to vote, determine the fate of our country. And when they vote, what is my vote worth when it gets canceled out by an illegal? That's it. Thank you, Steve.
It's a great question. Look, and the question back would be this. What's more dangerous? What's more dangerous? And we've seen a number of these fatal accidents, most recently in Indiana, where those Amish men were killed when an illegal alien hit their van head-on, killed 4 of them, I believe. What's more dangerous? The illegals having driver's licenses, these CDLs issued by states like Illinois, California, New York? Or is it more dangerous that they're voting? Which is more dangerous? Let that marinate for a minute and let me know. All right, don't forget, you can follow me on YouTube. I appreciate it when you do. Again, go there, subscribe, and like all of these stories, conversations, and Forgotten America, dropping 9 a.m. this coming Monday, episode number 1. I'll take a break and be back with your phone calls after this.
This holiday season, Real America's Voice is proud to partner with our friends at Angel Studios for a special giveaway you won't want to miss. As they launch season 2 of their hit series Homestead, we're giving you the chance to win an exclusive Homestead hat absolutely free. Everyone who becomes an Angel Guild member using our link is automatically entered to the contest. When you join, you're supporting meaningful pro-American storytelling, and you're supporting RAV at the same time. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or text the word RAV Angel to 75802. After you scan or text, make sure you follow the steps provided. When you complete the steps and join the Angel Guild, you'll be automatically entered to win that exclusive Homestead hat, a perfect holiday gift for yourself or someone you love.
Be one of the first 50 people to sign up and win a hat automatically. Hurry while there's still time.
So scan that QR code or text RAV Angel to 75802. Happy holidays from all of us at RAV.
From powerhouse vocalist Natasha Owens, known for standout singles like Trump One and Somali Waltz, comes her brand new release, The Boss, released on Real America's Music. This is the direct response to Bruce Springsteen's recent release, The Streets of Minneapolis. While Springsteen once branded himself as a voice of the working class, The Boss gives a voice to everyday Americans and reminds listeners who truly shapes the future. The Real America's Voice audience has the power to move charts and shake the industry. Download it right now. Scan the QR code or search The Boss on iTunes. Push it up the charts. Make them notice.
Hi, my name's Paul Foyer. I'm Foyer04 in the Getter Chat. I love rap for all the Getter, all the War Room Posse, and all of you guys. Love y'all. Bye.
This is Giselle Chaffin. I'm from North Carolina. I'd like to let you know that RAV News is the best news. Number 1 news. Truth seekers seek to find the truth. It'll set you free.
Hi, I'm Chris from Illinois, and we like to watch Real America's Voice in the War Room with Stephen K. Bannon for all the great guests. Everyone from Kerry Lake, the great Frank Gaffney, Trump 24, Retribution.
All right, let's continue on now. Great chat, by the way, in places like YouTube and Getter and so forth. Join the conversations. You can chime in live. It's kind of fun. And there's some trolls. Always some trolls. They're just there for my personal entertainment. Let's go back to the phone lines. Joe is in Indiana. Joe, welcome to it. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Steve. First of all, I wanted to tell you do an excellent job. I look forward to your shows on RAV every day.
Thank you.
Secondly, I've noticed that when Republicans like Donald Trump take bold action, common sense action, they do really well in elections. We have these senators. We have the SAVE Act. It's a no-brainer. What could we do to get those across the finish line?
Yeah, I think you're going to get Susan Collins across because some changes were made. I heard an interview with Susan Collins from Maine, and here's the thing about somebody like Susan Collins. She's not a MAGA Republican. She's not a hardcore conservative, but she's the best you're going to get out of the state of Maine. Looks like she's probably going to win the election. So I think she comes across because, look, this is a wildly popular idea, Joe. When you look at the entire
I've noticed on social media, on social media, that's all people are talking about. How do we ring these senators' bell and say,
we only need one more? We've got 49 as co-sponsors right now. John Thune joined. So did some others. Dan Sullivan from Alaska joined yesterday. We need one more because then all you need is J.D. Vance, do the talking filibuster, get rid of this 60-vote filibuster, do the talking filibuster the way it's supposed to work, because the filibuster is a made-up thing anyway from the early 1970s. It's not constitutional. This whole idea that the minority party can hold the country hostage is BS. You're spot on, Joe.
Amen. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, my friend. He's exactly one more. I think Susan Collins might be the last. Could be John Fetterman. At least he gets it part of the time. All right, Tim is in Ohio. Tim, how are you?
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
President Trump isn't the problem. He's not going to lose his base. It's the Senate and the congressmen and the Justice Department. We haven't put anybody in jail, and the Senate, Thune is a joke.
I don't disagree with you. John Thune might want to go back to South Dakota and figure out where he left his balls, frankly. But at least he did join the SAVE Act as a co-sponsor. I'll give you that. But look, John Thune is a Bush Republican.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe, but he's not going to get rid of the filibuster like it is. He's going to leave it the way it is. So,
well, we shouldn't, and I agree with you on that, Tim. The filibuster has to go. It has to, because if it doesn't go with this group of Republicans, it will go with the next group of Democrats if they get control of the Senate again. We'll see how that plays out. Let's go to Bia in Pennsylvania. Bia, how are you?
Good morning. I think I heard Wayne Allen Root suggest, and I believe this was the only way to clean up the voter rolls, is get rid of all the voter rolls. That means you and I and everybody else. And we would re-register and prove our citizenship through a birth certificate or passport. The problem, and many people have said it on this show this morning, the illegals have a photo ID, so they'll still be able to vote.
In many places, that's true, unfortunately, because, and great call, by the way, Bia. Whoever thought that the Motor Voter Acts of the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, they were the big Trojan horse? I mean, I didn't pay much attention to it. All right, you go get your driver's license, they register you to vote. Never occurred to me. Never worried about it. That was a big problem. A big problem. Automatically giving people the right to vote, or the opportunity, not the right, the opportunity to vote just by getting a driver's license. Trojan horse that came storming into our country. Here in Michigan, where I am, is George. George, how are you?
Good. How are you, Steve?
Good.
Great show.
Thank you. What's up?
Hey, I live in Michigan, and they put that battery plant in Marshall.
Yeah, well, they're working on it.
Yeah, I got a lot of iron worker buddies that are working in that plant, and the people in that town are furious with that company. They've hired 500 electricians. They're all Chinese. They're all illegal aliens. They're all from different countries, and every day my buddies go to work, and there's something. One day they went, and the whole parking lot was filled with roadkill that the townspeople.
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
With, and,
they need to clean up the roads in Michigan.
They what?
They need to clean up the roads in Michigan. Good Lord, I counted over 200 dead deer on a short drive here a couple of weeks ago. Anyhow,
they're everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. But I just wonder what's going on. Why haven't I thought they got rid of all the foreigners working in these places, and
No, look.
It's supposed to be owned by Ford, but they got more Chinese people working than they do iron workers.
George, let's be sensible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the call. Let's be sensible here. And I heard Ronald Reagan say this is the best that I heard anybody say this. They said, well, why didn't you clean up all these messes? And he said, it reminds me of a time that Nancy and I bought a ranch. And they'd had these horses in there for years. And I had to go into the stalls, and I was in there picking and picking and picking. Day after day, week after week, to get these stalls cleaned up so we could put our horses in there. The point being is, you can't clean up after Joe Biden in a year, or probably 2 or 3 or 4. It takes time. Have some patience, folks. I mean, come on. I mean, that's why I say Donald Trump has a lot of ability. He does not have a magic wand. Newsflash. He can't walk in and wave his magic wand and everything's fixed. He has to fight Congress. He has to fight these people who think they are God, wearing black robes known as judges. It's a lot of work. And you ought to thank your lucky stars that this guy's in there willing to do the work when he could be just sitting at Mar-a-Lago enjoying himself. All right? A lot of work to be done. We're getting there, folks. We've made a tremendous amount of progress in the first year. Let's hang in there, all right? Let's go to Dave in Arizona. Dave, how are you?
Amen to that, Steve. Well said, sir. So, yeah, I think we're at a tipping point. We might actually be past it. So the one thing I'd suggest, great calls too across the board. We need to reclaim our republic through our language. So maybe I could do a little bit of a vocabulary lesson today. So a lot of people in the news, the mainstream propaganda media, use the word migrants. Let's say what it is. They're illegal alien invaders, right?
That's right.
And then they talk about sex trafficking. And that's not sex trafficking because minors can never consent. Those trapped in indentured servitude can never withhold consent. It's the violent rape culture. And the last one that I want to give today, because it's really relevant, is this transgender notion.
There is no such thing.
What it is, mental illness. When
That's
a
right.
17-year-old boy kills his own family members and then people in his community.
Yeah, that happened in Canada, of course.
He's not transitioning his gender. That's impossible. He has a mental illness.
Thank you for the call. Great points you've made, Dave. You're exactly right on every point. Thank you for that. I can get one more in before we hit the break. David, South Carolina, thank you for being here. What's on your mind?
Hey, thanks for having me, Steve. I was going to say, your previous caller about the factory up where you live in Michigan, I hope Tom Holman is watching your show. And if he is, I'm sure he'll send a brigade over there to take care of it.
Well, it's true. You know, it's whether
the main reason I
do this all the time. All right,
I see a lot of liberal women complaining online about, my last name is different on this document or that document, which can be worked out simply. Let's just be realistic.
Yeah, that's
but
silly.
If you look at what the push is, the Nation of Islam is pushing their way into America.
That's
They're trying
also true.
to treat us like England.
Yeah, that's also
and
true.
We can't let that happen. Right
I got to
now,
leave it
there's
there.
a full assault on Texas with that type of migration, trying to break Texas.
Also true. I got to leave it there. We're hitting a hard break. Greatly appreciate it. Great calls today. It's the Steve Gruber Show.
This holiday season, Real America's Voice is proud to partner with our friends at Angel Studios for a special giveaway you won't want to miss. As they launch season 2 of their hit series Homestead, we're giving you the chance to win an exclusive Homestead hat absolutely free. Everyone who becomes an Angel Guild member using our link is automatically entered to the contest. When you join, you're supporting meaningful pro-American storytelling, and you're supporting RAV at the same time. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or text the word RAV Angel to 75802. After you scan or text, make sure you follow the steps provided. When you complete the steps and join the Angel Guild, you'll be automatically entered to win that exclusive Homestead hat, a perfect holiday gift for yourself or someone you love.
Be one of the first 50 people to sign up and win a hat automatically. Hurry while there's still time.
So scan that QR code or text RAV Angel to 75802. Happy holidays from all of us at RAV.
From powerhouse vocalist Natasha Owens, known for standout singles like Trump One and Somali Waltz, comes her brand new release, The Boss, released on Real America's Music. This is the direct response to Bruce Springsteen's recent release, The Streets of Minneapolis. While Springsteen once branded himself as a voice of the working class, The Boss gives a voice to everyday Americans and reminds listeners who truly shapes the future. The Real America's Voice audience has the power to move charts and shake the industry. Download it right now. Scan the QR code or search The Boss on iTunes. Push it up the charts. Make them notice.
Hi, my name's Paul Poyer. I'm Poyer04 in the Getter Chat. I love rap for all the Getter, all the War Room Posse, and all of you guys. Love y'all. Bye.
This is Giselle Chaffin. I'm from North Carolina. I'd like to let you know that Rav News is the best news. Number one news. Truth seekers seek to find the truth. It'll set you free.
I'm Chris from Illinois, and we like to watch Real America's Voice in the War Room with Stephen K. Bannon for all the great guts. Everyone from Carrie Lake, the great Frank Gaffney, Trump 24, Retribution.
We talk about this a lot, and I know you are skeptical, some of you, about the idea of your home being stolen without you ever knowing it, but it happens every day. We see the headlines every day. And in fact, we've got a story today out of Albany, New York, where a renter became a thief, stole somebody's title to their home by taking some paperwork down to the county, files it. Next thing you know, he's on his way to stealing their house. But he got caught. He thought he'd take it to trial. It didn't work out very well. Joining me now is Tom Simon, spokesman for Home Title Lock, former FBI special agent with 26 years of experience investigating white-collar crime, counterterrorism, and national security matters. He's now a licensed private investigator and a forensic accountant. He leads Simon Worldwide Investigations. He specializes in fraud and embezzlement cases just like this. Tom, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, so I see these headlines all the time now, and I know there are people out there, well, that doesn't happen. It does happen. It happens every day, and we just share some of the stories here. Now, this one is different. This is a renter. Look, I used to be a landlord. I stopped doing it because I hated being a landlord. Tenants were unpredictable, to be kind, and they created problems. But this one is really over the top, isn't it?
It is, and you put your finger right on it. Every landlord has a tenant from hell story, but I don't think I've ever seen one as severe as this. We're talking about Jorge Vincente of suburban Albany, and he wasn't paying his rent. That happens, right? And so the landlord begins to put him through eviction proceedings to get him thrown out of the place. But instead of leaving peacefully, Jorge began squatting in his own home. And what he did was amazing. He actually went to the county clerk's office and filled out a deed to transfer the ownership of his home to the ownership of a stepfather of his whose identity he stole. He literally transferred the ownership to someone else. And then when the sheriffs came to throw him out of his own home, he was able to produce paperwork to the sheriffs who were coming there to put his stuff out by the street saying, no, the landlord who has asked you to evict me is not, in fact, the owner of the home. Take a look at this paperwork from the county clerk's office, and it was legitimate paperwork. And my stepfather owns this home. Go away. And the sheriffs had to turn on their heels and go away. Obviously, the landlord blew their stack and contacted the police, who conducted an investigation and then charged Jorge with filing a false instrument, meaning the fake deed that transferred the ownership of the home into the stepfather. Jorge took it to trial and ended up losing a jury trial that lasted 3 days. And this is the first conviction we've seen in Albany with this fact scenario. And but there's more out there, like you said.
Yeah, well, there sure are. And Tom, here's the problem. Maybe New York is ahead of the curve here, but most states because we've talked about this so many times in the past. Most states don't have any effective laws against this kind of crime. And it is a crime because they go steal somebody's hard-earned equity. They've been paying their mortgage for 5, 10, 20 years, whatever it might be. Then they use that equity, do the thieves, to put money in their own pocket or to sell the house outright. I'm glad to see New York seems to be ahead of the curve here. What do you say?
Again, they're using a generic law called filing a false instrument, and that's good. Texas just implemented a law which makes a heck of a lot of sense that makes deed theft a specific crime, and I think that's a step in the right direction. I did some consulting with the Texas legislature to get that passed. The real crime here, though, is that the verdict, the criminal verdict, does not restore the home ownership back to the landlords in this case. They need to go through the civil process to do that, and they have to carry the burden of attorney's fees unless they have a product like Home Title Lock.
Yeah, so there's the problem. You're unprotected because then it becomes a civil matter. And anybody that's ever been involved in a civil matter knows it can take a year, 2 years, 5 years. I mean, these things drag on forever. And during that time, the landlord in this case, he's getting zero money. He's getting zero return on his investment. He's got all these headaches, and he's got all the legal bills to go with it too, right?
Absolutely. And I always used to explain that to victims when I was an FBI special agent. I used to say, hey, listen, the FBI is very good at putting bad guys in orange jumpsuits. We're not great bill collectors. And so at the end of the day, making you whole is going to probably rest on your shoulders. We can get a court order of restitution, but that doesn't put money in your pocket. And it's really the same with home theft. And again, I know I'm here speaking on behalf of Home Title Lock, but I mean this from the heart, that the idea of having Home Title Lock on board with a U.S.-based restoration team that would spend a ton of money putting that home back into the name of the victims would have saved these landlords a fortune.
A fortune, because the amount of money spent on Home Title Lock is a fraction of what the retainer alone would be jaw-dropping, I'm sure, because these are not easy cases, because we've aired them right here. We see people that never get their homes back, no matter how hard they try. They're gone forever. And that's a tragedy for people. It's their biggest investment oftentimes. Their biggest key to retirement is the value of their home, and it's gone, isn't it?
It's absolutely tragic. You're right, which is why, to me, it's a no-brainer hiring someone like Home Title Lock, who are going to monitor your home title, notify you if someone starts doing any monkey business, and then restore that home back into your name for pennies a day. These attorneys, they live in big houses for a reason. They're not cheap.
Yeah, when I was first asked, when I first became a partner with Home Title Lock, they said, "Where's your title to your home?" And I said, I have no idea. Most people don't. It's not something we think about. We go to work, we go to the kids' games, we do whatever we do all day long. We're busy people. Do we look at the title on our home? It never occurs to most people, does it?
It doesn't. And the weak link in the chain here are the county clerk's office. By law, their job is to record the deeds. Their job is not to investigate and authenticate these deeds that are coming in the door for their legal validity. And so most of these people who are victims of this crime don't even realize their home had been stolen from them until the foreclosure notices start arriving in the mail months later.
Absolutely true. Tom, really appreciate you being here and lending your experience in fraud to the audience today, and the sentencing for this criminal is upcoming. We'll see how stiff that penalty is, but hopefully it's stiff. Tom, thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Now, you can check on your home's title today and make sure you're not a victim. Use the promo code Gruber at HometitleLock.com. Make sure your title is still in your name. You also get a free title history report, plus a free 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts, like Tom just said. And if fraud should happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it for you. You don't have to pay the attorney fees, all right? That's pretty important. Go to HometitleLock.com right now. Use the promo code Gruber, HometitleLock.com, promo code Gruber. Protect yourself. Make sure your home is your home. We'll take a break and be right back. This is The Steve Gruber Show.
This holiday season, Real America's Voice is proud to partner with our friends at Angel Studios for a special giveaway you won't want to miss. As they launch Season 2 of their hit series Homestead, we're giving you the chance to win an exclusive Homestead hat absolutely free. Everyone who becomes an Angel Guild member using our link is automatically entered to the contest. When you join, you're supporting meaningful pro-American storytelling, and you're supporting RAV at the same time. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or text the word RAVAngel to 75802. After you scan or text, make sure you follow the steps provided. When you complete the steps and join the Angel Guild, you'll be automatically entered to win that exclusive homestead hat, a perfect holiday gift for yourself or someone you love.
Be one of the first 50 people to sign up and win a hat automatically. Hurry while there's still time.
So scan that QR code or text RAVAngel to 75802. Happy holidays from all of us at RAV.
From powerhouse vocalist Natasha Owens, known for standout singles like Trump One and Somali Waltz, comes her brand new release, The Boss, released on Real America's Music. This is the direct response to Bruce Springsteen's recent release, The Streets of Minneapolis. While Springsteen once branded himself as a voice of the working class, The Boss gives a voice to everyday Americans and reminds listeners who truly shapes the future. The Real America's Voice audience has the power to move charts and shake the industry. Download it right now. Scan the QR code or search The Boss on iTunes. Push it up the charts. Make them notice.
Hi, my name's Paul Poyer. I'm Poyer04 in the Getter Chat. I love rap for all the Getter, all the War Room Posse, and all of you guys. Love y'all. Bye.
This is Giselle Chapin. I'm from North Carolina. I'd like to let you know that RAV News is the best news. Number one news. Truth seekers seek to find the truth. It'll set you free.
All right, back to it now. Oh, it's good to have you here on a Friday. I mean, a lot of big things happening. The SAVE Act. It's all about the SAVE Act for me right now. And if they can't get it done, then get rid of the filibuster. And if that can't get it done, then get rid of the people standing in the way. I don't care if they're Republicans or whatever they are. Get them out of the way. Let's go to Tom in Pennsylvania. Tom, you're next.
Good morning, Steve. Just a few comments. Pennsylvania is one of those states that automatically registered people for elections when they get their driver's license. Another thing is, if they can't speak English, how the heck do they get a driver's license? How can they read street signs?
You wouldn't get one.
Another thing is, I think they should shut down immigration in this country almost altogether for some years, especially from China, and all the land that people from China have bought, give them back their money and take back our land. The other thing is common sense. Everybody uses that word. The last 50 years of common sense has made America a debtor nation and a nation dependent on other countries.
Yeah.
So,
greatly appreciate the call. You're not wrong. You know, people say America's the wealthiest country in the world. Are we? If we're $40 trillion in debt, and that's just a fraction of it, it's really 140 or 150 trillion when you put in unfunded liabilities like Medicare and Medicaid, that would make us the poorest nation in the world. Let's quickly get to J.D. in Kentucky. J.D., you're up.
Yeah, good morning. I, like most people, have a big disagreement with our Congress and Senate. Today's Friday the 13th. We still got the budget thing going, the Save America Act, and they're on their 10-day break.
Don't you wish you could take a break when the bills aren't paid?
And most of them are doctors or lawyers. So what would they do, you know, if they're in the middle of a court case or an operation? Oh, wait, I've got to go on a 10-day break. I'll get back to you. Well, that's the way they look at it.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
That's my rant for the day.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing, J.D., giving some common sense from Kentucky. We are the poorest nation in the world. We are. We are the poorest nation in the world. We're $160 trillion in debt. They just don't ever tell you the truth. I do. It's my job, and I take it seriously. Let's see, 1775 coffee. Best coffee there is. I'll get back to that. First, this is YouTube right here. This is YouTube right here. Become a subscriber. Look for that new podcast, Forgotten America, dropping Monday morning at 9 a.m. Don't miss it. More calls, a lot more calls are stacked up. Coming up in just a moment here on the Steve Gruber Show.
This holiday season, Real America's Voice is proud to partner with our friends at Angel Studios for a special giveaway you won't want to miss. As they launch season 2 of their hit series Homestead, we're giving you the chance to win an exclusive Homestead hat absolutely free. Everyone who becomes an Angel Guild member using our link is automatically entered to the contest. When you join, you're supporting meaningful pro-American storytelling, and you're supporting RAV at the same time. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or text the word RAVAngel to 75802. After you scan or text, make sure you follow the steps provided. When you complete the steps and join the Angel Guild, you'll be automatically entered to win that exclusive Homestead hat, a perfect holiday gift for yourself or someone you love.
Be one of the first 50 people to sign up and win a hat automatically. Hurry while there's still time.
So scan that QR code or text RAVAngel to 75802. Happy holidays from all of us at RAV.